Hello everyone and welcome back to the workshop. In today's video, we're restoring a heavyweight sprocket shaft using a manual lathe machine. This shaft has been in service under heavy loads, so its surface has developed rust, scratches, and wear marks over time. Before it can be reused, it needs to be carefully polished to restore a smooth finish while maintaining the correct dimensions. We'll take you through every step of the process, from inspection and setup to polishing and final quality checks. Before any machining operation begins, the manual lathe machine must be thoroughly cleaned and inspected. Proper preparation is one of the most important steps in achieving accurate machining results, extending the life of the machine and maintaining a safe working environment. Whether the job involves turning, facing, threading, polishing, or restoring a heavy-duty sprocket shaft, starting with a clean and well-maintained lathe helps prevent unnecessary problems during the machining process. The first step is cleaning the entire lathe machine. Metal chips, grinding dust, old cutting fluid, grease, and dirt naturally accumulate during previous machining operations. These materials should be removed from the machine bed, carriage, cross-slide, compound rest, and chip tray using a brush or other appropriate cleaning tools. Chips should never be removed by hand because sharp metal edges can easily cause cuts and injuries. A clean machine allows every moving part to operate freely and prevents debris from interfering with precision machining. After cleaning the machine bed, attention turns to the headstock and spindle assembly. The spindle is the heart of the lathe because it rotates the workpiece throughout the machining process. Before starting the machine, the spindle should be rotated by hand to ensure that it turns smoothly without unusual resistance or abnormal noise. Any signs of vibration, rough movement, or excessive play may indicate bearing wear or mechanical problems that require inspection before machining begins. Using a red angle grinder to restore the shine of a metal component is a common workshop finishing process when performed with the correct abrasive and proper technique. Before starting, the metal surface is thoroughly cleaned to remove grease, oil, dirt, and loose rust that could interfere with the finishing process. The angle grinder is then fitted with a suitable flap disc, surface conditioning disc, or polishing attachment, depending on the condition of the metal and the desired finish. Before switching on the grinder, the abrasive disc is inspected for cracks or damage, the guard is securely installed, and the side handle is tightened to provide maximum control. The operator wears appropriate personal protective equipment, including safety glasses, a face shield, hearing protection, and a dust mask, while ensuring that loose clothing and jewelry are kept away from moving equipment. Once the grinder reaches full operating speed, it is brought gently into contact with the metal surface using only light, even pressure. The grinder is kept moving continuously in smooth, overlapping passes to avoid creating flat spots, deep scratches, or excessive heat buildup. As the abrasive removes surface rust, oxidation, paint residue, and light imperfections, the original metal gradually begins to reappear with a cleaner and brighter appearance. Areas with heavier corrosion are worked carefully without remaining in one position for too long, allowing the abrasive to cut evenly while preserving the shape of the component. If required, the operator changes to progressively finer abrasives, with each stage removing the marks left by the previous one and producing a smoother surface. Once the surface is uniformly clean, a polishing pad or metal polishing compound may be applied to enhance the finish further. The grinder continues to move steadily across the metal until a bright, reflective shine develops. Throughout the operation, the surface is checked regularly. A precision-machined roller-bearing inner ring is now ready for installation after the shaft has been cleaned, inspected, and polished. Before assembly, the shaft surface and the bearing bore are carefully cleaned to remove dust, oil residue, and metal particles. The machinist aligns the roller-bearing inner ring with the shaft and gently slides it into position using proper installation techniques to avoid damaging the precision machined surfaces. If an interference fit is required, an appropriate bearing installation tool or controlled heating method may be used according to the bearing manufacturer's recommendations, ensuring that force is applied only to the inner ring during installation. Once the bearing is fully seated against the shaft shoulder, its position and alignment are checked to confirm a secure and accurate fit. The completed assembly is then inspected for smooth rotation, correct seating, and proper alignment before moving on to the next stage of reassembly.